Hello and a pleasant good morning, everyone, as we're about to get set with the finals of Double Cup. As I say that, I probably should check to see if the players are online, and hopefully we won't have a delay like we did the other week. I don't see either of them yet, but it will be TaToH coming from the upper bracket against Sitaux in this best of 9, where by earning his place from the upper bracket, TaToH has a 1-0 advantage to start the series. Now, he did have a 1-0 advantage earlier this year, in the beginning of the year, against, I think it was Vilesa in the Masters of Hyper Random tournament, but then bowed out in 9 games. So we'll see if it advantages him this time. He has beaten Sitaux already in quite convincing fashion, 4-1 in the best of 7, and he's going to look to repeat that. While Sitaux, meanwhile, beat Vinchester, and as Maxos, yes, this is during your work hours, but Sitaux will look to take a victory for France that they could not get in the World Cup. And hello, random AoE fan. Good morning to you. I guess good afternoon to Maxos or wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. Hello and welcome. Let's see, TaToH went live, which is wonderful because now I can spy on him and see his stream to know if he's actually going to get started with the game soon or not. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Wednesday's usually his English streams too, but he'll probably be doing this in Spanish. Now, if there is one player who I think is going to be well suited for the double TC, triple TC, quadruple TC games we have, it is TaToH. Hello, Nightlife AOC. Good morning to you. Played some Black Forest at like 5 a.m. this morning. Nice way to wake up and start the day when I couldn't sleep. It is 16. So that is 4 p.m. in the 12-hour a.m. p.m. time. You're on 1? Yeah. It's like 2 a.m. My time is when BF is at its peak. That was such a frustrating game, though. It's like Magyars and Huns against Japanese and Incas. Put the 2 Cav civs against the 2 best Halb Kamiyuk civs. 2 a.m. my time? The Euros are still sleeping? No, 2 a.m. my time is like 8 a.m. They're probably still sleeping, I guess, if they're AoE players. Hello, Daniela. Welcome to the stream. I see TaToH has got his stream started and he's looking at AoE Zone. So hopefully he's ready to get going. So it'll probably be one of those days where everyone streams this because it's the only thing going on. But at least we've been seeing a lot of the matchups so far. Of course, with Yeah, we did see a few series from Sitaux so far. I see there's also Nations Cup discussion. The Nations Cup is the most important tournament in Age of Empires by far, and nothing else even comes close. And TaToH is looking over the maps to see how they work, I think. Not even Mish show match. That might be a number 2, but it's a distant second. Let me see if there is... Oh, actually, it's just going to be on the event post. Oh, Daisy, hello. Giving some cheer for Sitaux, some energy. So I guess while we're waiting for them to get started, we can take a quick look at the brackets again. Let me pull them up. Take a look at these players' journeys. We have TaToH just winning everything, only lost 3 games this entire tournament so far, beating Gemjack, Bruh, Vinchester, Sitaux, and now rematching Sitaux. Sitaux had the benefit of what looks like some admin wins early on, getting past the Dragonstar and avoiding Jordan, then beating Dark before losing to TaToH. But had a very strong showing with some very aggressive castle drops against Vinchester in the lower bracket finals to earn his rematch against TaToH. Sitaux Vinch set, we did cast that. That was quite the set those two had. There were some pretty impressive games and some very the one that stood out to me is there was a Italians Byzantines game that Vinchester somehow got castle dropped, lost his TCs, but came back with cataphracts. And I might want to just go back and recast that game just for the sake of it, because that was that was awesome. But Sitaux, that final game just went all out knights, overwhelmed Vinchester, and we'll be back against TaToH, hopefully with a bit more preparation than he had for the first matchup. Oh, hello, Miles of Track. Oop, I just messed up OBS. Anyway, TaToH most definitely is online, and we're just waiting for Sitaux. Just like last time, waiting for Sitaux. If we find out there's going to be a delay, it might just go cast Doubt versus Jordan as we wait. You're avoiding drone pilot homework. Maybe if Nilly did his drone pilot homework, he wouldn't have crashed his drone into the roof in Italy. Isn't that the absurdist play? Oh, House Beast. Yeah, Daisy knows about Nilly and his drone pilot adventures. All deliberate. I'm just glad this was at 10 a.m. my time and not 8 a.m. I don't need to roll out of bed quite as early. I can play my 5 a.m. Black Forest game when I can't sleep and then go back to bed and wake up again to cast. Looks like TaToH's still looking at the maps on his stream. Maybe he's not prepared. Does TaToH need preparation, though? I feel like the 2TC maps just kind of imbue him with that type of TaToH power. Training from all those years of Mega Random on the HD edition. How long have these two been in their game? You know what? This game is in Imperial, might not last too much longer. We're just gonna take a quick look at TaToH versus Jordan on Mega Random. I'll just keep an eye on the double cup settings, but look at this. This is like moats, kind of. What is this game? They got 4 horses to scout. I learned the other day that horses actually respond to the retaliation system. They can kill villagers if villagers attack them. And so you got a lot of stone around the TC, a lot of gold outside. Not much else, just a couple of small gold mines dotted around. I guess there's a few small mines here and there. They'll fish, but it doesn't look like there's... I hear docks, but there's no... Wait. Oh, there are shorefish here into there. Like, 4 of them. So yeah, some small shorefish. TaToH's just gonna dock them and go for them. I think the play here is to be very aggressive, like, wall your opponent in. No fish outlines? That is a good question. Maybe I turned that off. Oh, you know, I turned that off because in the enhanced graphics, they don't line up properly. Enhanced fish experience here. I need to get a better fish mod. Because one of them always doesn't match up properly. Yeah. I don't know if it's like that in the standard graphics too, but one of them always messes, like, is misaligned. Enhanced fish experience. No, my favorite fish experience has to be the cube mod, though, with the little fishies bobbing up and down. Oh yeah, Daisy, do you know if you can still do player color mods after the recent graphics update? I think you can, but there's a different way of doing it or something. 'Cause I need to mod gray, because I can't look at gray and play. Oh, what is TaToH? TaToH! Oh, but Jordan's there. And oh gosh, this is he gets it up. I don't think he even lost that many vills there. Not a nilly joke worthy castle there. You can, but only locally. The new file can't be uploaded as a mod to the workshop. Oh no. Oh, Jordan's just defending with monks and has the score lead, as you're in imp now. And let me just tab and look at TaToH again. TaToH is still looking at the main menu, so I think we're still waiting on Sitaux. I don't see him online yet. So Jordan will be trebbing down this palisade wall, but losing the trebs as TaToH is channeling his inner TaToH, is going to shorefish the ice. I don't know how you catch fish there, but That's cute. All right, and we've caught up to real time. All right, we've caught up, and looks to be a fairly even game. If TaToH can hold and get another 50 villagers to even up Jordan's vill count, who has been expanding to the north and making ballista elephants. So TaToH has the score lead, but I feel like Jordan is in a pretty good position. As TaToH just has 1 TC at the south, but no real gold because I think he's already mined all that gold. Cannon galleons, though, gonna die to feudal age fire galley. But cannon galleons can start working on that castle, whittling down its HP as Jordan tries to repair. Cannon galleons really need to be elite, and shouldn't be a problem for Jordan to repair against only 2 of them, at least for now. TaToH has more queued, however. And he's going to be making as many light cav as he can and unleashing them upon these shallows. Looks to have a hole in his wall down here. Oh, there's a demo. Well, if he could take out that castle, he still really can't raid because there's another castle behind it, and there's a castle in the north, so Jordan looks pretty safe. I'd love to see some demos on the light cav. I'd love to just see some demos on everything here. I don't see Jordan queuing them. Hard to use demos when there are castles in the way. I doubt still does have the score lead, and 74 vills is a deficit, but it's not like he has a weak eco. With 70, you can at least do something with your economy, and he is adding more in on 2 TCs. Has conscription for Jordan, as the castle gets some arrows in from behind, but the hole in TaToH's wall will come back to bite him as that 75 vill count will now drop, as in come the hussars with their wings, despite not being winged hussars. And they will bring TaToH first to a nice vill count and then further below as he tries to respond, but his vills are already dropping. And he's got 20 idols. And I think with this, Jordan should be able to take the game. Hard to see TaToH recovering from this, as now he's down to 55 vills and dropping. Oh, the folly of having a hole in your wall to let the hussar raids in. Here comes some villagers going to TC the south. They'll probably find TaToH's outpost and realize he has eco down there. As Jordan has not yet scouted that, I don't think. Oh, TaToH's going to castle drop Jordan's TC before it even goes up. Look at that, he has the outpost vision. And Jordan will be unaware of that. And TaToH's trying to get some light cav rating of his own in revenge. But while Jordan idles this eco, the rest of his eco is still working. Let's just check on. See, I don't see TaToH in a game yet. His stream looks like he's still looking at the menu. And well, now it's Jordan's turn to lose some villagers. The TC is not fully garrisoned, and neither is the castle. Jordan losing a few, perhaps unnecessarily there. And TaToH still desperately trying to take out this castle. Now he has 2 trebs. Looks like he lost the cannon galleons. But 2 trebs, Jordan needs a few more vills to repair. He's got 7. That's enough for 1 treb, but not for 2. Needs to either repair or take out a treb. And this castle finally might go down. It's 108 to 47 vills. But TaToH finally has taken out that castle of Jordan's, opened up this crossing just a bit, and looking at the score, TaToH has a much better KD, and might not realize how bad of a position he's in. As Jordan now has secured his northern base, pretty much secured access from all raids because TaToH has no eco with which to make raiding units. A few light cav in the south. TC is castled, at least. Now the Treb's being taken out. As long as Jordan repairs, he'll keep that Treb alive. Forced out to repair the castle. He's got the repairs in. Treb goes down. And he has another castle from which he can continue adding in more Trebs. Although he is out of gold. But he does at least see... Oh, look at Jordan's scouting. He's scouted literally the entire map. Like 99% map exploration thereabout. He knows he can go to get more gold. Doubt, meanwhile, same thing. Nice scouting by the former tyrants. Oh, Cannon Galleon. Jordan needs to repair that Treb. Needs to sell for resources to repair. Doubt, still not out of stone, takes out the Treb and the castle lives. So Jordan will not end this game just yet, as Doubt has stonewalled the hole he had earlier, but the nearby palisade is open. And Doubt still cannot let his villagers work. Can't idle your TC as much as Jordan if you don't have as many TCs. Hussars might take out the castle. Fires should take out the cannon galleons. Those are expensive and will go down. Handcart just down for Jordan as Doubt calls the GG. Let's look at that. Hussars versus Light Cav. The Hussars win. Doubt with the better KD, but just not with the eco there. So interesting Mega Random generation. I like when you get these more unique maps. But the Mega Random does still feel kind of repetitive with the small, numerous forests. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of the forest generation on DE maps. But the center moats-like island with the shallows crossing, that's pretty cool. Perfect timing. Oh, it is. Does that mean Sitaux is prepared for his games to start? Looks like he is. As finally we have Sitaux arriving to play against TaToH in the grand finals of Double Cup. And game 1 will be Hindustanis versus Lithuanians on Double Arabia. Sitaux in the blue to the north and TaToH in the red to the south. TaToH will be the Lithuanians, Sitaux will be the Hindustanis. And TaToH, I've seen him win this matchup before. I forget if it was Double Arabia or Triple Arabia, but they both kind of play the same way. Notable about this version is the trees have 150 wood, so you don't have to move your lumber camps all that often. TaToH has gotten, 8 deer. The lovely classic AOC Arabia, where sometimes that would happen. This Arabia is not quite like DE's Arabia. It has much taller hills in the middle. Doesn't really have those little bunny hills to the sides. And again, the wood lines are bigger, thicker, and all around have more wood on them. So for TaToH, relic positioning as the Lithuanians will be important. Let's see if we can find one to look at there. And I'll double click them. So there are indeed 5 on the map. I'm looking at the mini map. TaToH has 1 back here. If he scouts it, he should get that for free. A second one forward by the cliff. That should also be there for him to take. Third here, closer to Sitaux, will be hard for TaToH to grab that. Other one in the northern corner, don't expect TaToH to grab that. And the other one here in the western corner, hard for him to grab that too. So it looks like he should get 2 relics, and will be hard for him to get more than that. Lithuanians, of course, get an extra +1 attack on their knight and unique unit lines. For every relic they capture, up to 4. And they don't have Blast Furnace, so TaToH can break even with attack upgrades in the Imperial Age. But in the Castle Age, his knights will still be strong. And Castle Age knights, they will need that extra attack if they want to fight Hindustani camels. Question I have for TaToH is, will he go for a Feudal Age approach where he makes a few scouts to harass while he goes to the Castle Age, or will he just go straight to the Castle Age? I've seen both approaches on this map, and I've seen both work. And TaToH Probably will look for him to add in a lot of pikemen in the castle age too. It might not be clear whether pikemen counter knights in early castle, but they are certainly better against camels. Although Hindustani camels attacking faster can still kill pikemen fairly decently. They take good fights. We see no eco kills here, so no one lost a Vil to a boar. Hard to do when you're luring boars from multiple TCs at the same time, but TaToH here, he will take advantage of this wonderful patch of 8 delicious deer. Like the Joan of Arc campaign, he's saying, venison. And I'm going to have to be careful not to call Sitaux Winchester, because I just casted Sitaux Winchester and also TaToH Winchester. And I'm going to mess that up. At some point, I know I am. But Sitaux will be the first up to feudal, so maybe he is the one deciding to go for that fast feudal approach with some scouts. Vil count slightly ahead for TaToH. We see he has less TC idle time. That's where the Lithuanians can really shine. That extra 150 food means that you can keep your TCs working in the Dark Age. The cheaper villagers for the Hindustanis, that doesn't quite pay off. It's 5 food per Vil, so it takes a while. It takes 30 villagers before you catch up to the 150 food that the Lithuanians have. Of course, long term, this will be the better boom, but TaToH, off to that nice start. He'll be up to feudal about a minute later. And if you look at the minimap, we see he's already fully walling one of his bases. This will keep a gold safe and a berry patch safe and a woodline safe, so very well defended against potential feudal scouts. And he's gonna hop right under that TC and lame some goats right from Sitaux, right under Sitaux's nose. And he's just gonna get away with them. Right under the TC, dives it perhaps by mistake, but grabs the goats, and he'll abscond with them back towards his southern base. Just about up to feudal. His base on the right, though, not fully walled. 2 scouts here, full HP. Don't really want to fight Vils with only 2 scouts, but he's going for it. Vils have a bit of a hill advantage, and he might lose one here. So, alright, nicely done there by Sitaux. TaToH didn't have them grouped up to fight immediately, and that'll probably be all they're able to do, though. Meanwhile, if we look around, we see the stable and scouts being queued already for Sitaux as he's housed. Sometimes you do see Huns on these double TC starts, but it can be tricky to play Huns against Hindustanis, I think. Not having houses is a tremendous bonus on the map where you are more you're producing twice as many Vils, so you are more likely to house yourself, and you know, it does mess up your internal game rhythm sense when you need to build those houses more quickly than normal. And very low HP scout there for TaToH. And TaToH actually going to sit in feudal for a while, not go straight for the fast castle, going to do wheelbarrow and double bit axe as he makes a stable and a couple of spearmen of his own. This deer patch, while plentiful in food, is a bit risky, far from the TC. And oh, Sitaux wanted the snipe there, but just gonna lose HP to the TC. And it's actually pretty costly, because now spears could do a great job of sniping off those scouts. And Sitaux has to retreat, where otherwise he might have been able to pick a Vil or 2. Or at least be annoying. Now, market for TaToH, he's going to look to click up, and now it's his turn to get revenge and try to get a Vil, but the Vil gets near the TC. TC gets some good arrow shots, but the scouts will live very low on HP, 3 and 6 respectively, so won't be able to fight any more Vils. Vils can just pick them off. And Sitaux going for the stone walls, fully walling himself in, keeping himself nice and safe, as TaToH will be the first person clicking up to the castle age. He didn't invest into those feudal age scouts like Sitaux has done, just going to try to defend himself with some spears and some walls. This base is very safe. This base, spears might be out of position by the wood line. One of those Vils is already weak, but they can walk over and get there in time. Sitaux not going to be poked as he runs away. He himself is getting close to clicking up, but I don't see a market yet. He'll need that market to sell a bit of wood and perhaps even some food to have the gold to click up. He's there on the food, but despite 11 vils on gold, didn't quite have the timing to click up without the market. And he will indeed need that market, as there you go, selling the wood. Oh, and good guy AoE, thank you for the raid. Hope you are having a wonderful morning, or afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. So welcome everyone to the grand finals of Double Cup as... Oh, I need to actually adjust the score. TaToH, it's double elimination, and TaToH had won the winner's bracket, so he gets a 1-0 advantage in this series. It's a best of 9, but we have a total of 8 games. And TaToH picking off another Vil. Vil count still dead even. It's afternoon in Scotland. Well, hello to you. And good afternoon. Lots of idols for TaToH as he's just now up to castle. Sitaux going to be a bit slower as he tries to quick wall in his Vils. Doesn't want to lose anything else to TaToH, but now that he's up, TaToH will be adding in another TC and a monastery for defense. Defense and collecting of relics. Let's see, he has seen one relic. He has seen the second. He has not seen the relic that is pretty much free for him to take in the back of his base. Hopefully he does eventually scout that. When you are playing the Lithuanians, it is so important to get those scouts out to do that relic scouting. As Sitaux wants to wall, has walled to the TC, at least that'll stop the spearmen from getting in. We'll lose that house foundation to the spears though. It won't have the walls up in time to stop the knights. And now TaToH with 1 armor already, no bloodlines, no second armor. We need some more walls from Sitaux. He's putting up the stables and he's going to get bloodlines and a couple of gates. Gets the quick walls in time, keeps the knights out as long as the Vil keeps the HP a lot, or the HP going up on that gate. And huge score lead for TaToH now. Still that, right from the start of the game, 5 villager lead. Eco KD haven't really done too much damage from either player, but now's the transition where how does TaToH deal with camels when he's basically just going for Lithuanian knights? Knights that, by the looks of it, he might... Maybe he can get that relic. He should be able to get that one. And it looks like that's where he's going first. And we're just looking for where is he sending other monks. Doing Sanctity on the monk. Stone walls here from Sitaux. Didn't stonewall the left. Still guarded there merely by palisades, but can wall behind them. No ranged unit from TaToH to stop that, and he's doing that preemptively. Wants to be extra safe in this western base of his. Same thing in the north now, as he is fully added in some stone in this tiny, awkward wall. But, you know, he's got it up and it works. And now he's pushing forward against feudal age spearmen, and Hindustani camels with their faster attacks can actually do a decent job of picking off the spearmen, especially if they're only in feudal, and especially when they don't have any of their armor upgrades. So 6+1 attack. Can't really sit under TCs, but did pick off a few units there from TaToH. Can make it more difficult for him to expand out to further wood lines. Has opened up a 10 vil lead, but Sitaux on 3 TCs of his own. Trying to expand his walls more forward. Add in extra stables. He's just made all the gates in the world in this base as he adds in armor. And there is also what's that, fervor, so that monks move faster. And TaToH did spot that relic. Or wait, he has 1. Oh, the relic's not there anymore. What happened to it? Is a monk going forward there? TaToH wants to get 3 relics. Let's see where that relic went. There was one there that he had to have taken, and then this one he had to have taken, but where did it go? Still monk hiding behind the monastery? No. Well, he wants to get some conversions with his monks anyway. And going to take a fight on this hill, but that's a lot of Hindustani camels. Lithuanian knights are 10 plus 3. So TaToH has to have a second relic somewhere. I think he has a second monastery I haven't seen. And camels still missing their last armor. Knights can still get stronger. Conversion there, conversion on the camels. And this is a fight. How will the Lithuanian knights hold up? Not that well. Good fight there for Sitaux. This forward siege workshop not going to go up. TaToH, even with the pikemen, can be hard to take those fights against Hindustani camels. They can actually kill the pikemen. Not necessarily fights they want to be taking, but in small numbers, they'll keep picking off the pikes. One more going down, and Sitaux is now taking this hill. TaToH is adding in more and more barracks, as his second monastery is in the south. Don't think he actually will manage to get to that relic, so he will just be +2. So Castle Age +2 knights is where the Lithuanians shine, but not really against Hindustani camels. +2 attack, or for camels, I think it makes sense when you're fighting knights, because you have more camels than TaToH has knights, and you want to use the camels to pick off the pikemen. So the attack helps you pick off the pikemen, while the pikes have such a big bonus attack against the camels anyway, the armor doesn't really help you that much. So if TaToH had an archer unit in, then you'd probably want the armor first, but against the pikeman combo, I think the attack does make more sense. There's a pause. TaToH saying sorry go already in the chat, but Sitaux is just now responding. There we are. And now the question is, how does Sitaux deal with the pikemen? In Imp, he of course does have hand cannoneers, and if he had a castle, could add in gulams. 5 relics on the map. TaToH has 2 of them, as we've seen. 1 more is in the middle, and 2 are in these corners, not really spots where he can get to. Maybe he can get this. But while TaToH is pushing on the right, Sitaux is pushing on the left, dropping a castle right on TaToH's face. And while TaToH is pushing, Sitaux can repair there. No ranged units here for TaToH, who might try to get a workshop, but he has not yet reacted to this castle. And this is going to be a sneaky castle. And remember, Hindustani camels, they have attack bonuses against buildings. They can rip right through these palisades. TaToH has to house wall behind. And now finally running his vills, but there will be a castle right on his face. He has the score lead, and he is pushing. Now going to Castle Sitaux, but Sitaux will respond with a castle of his own. We've seen crazy castle drops in these series. With such a big eco, you can spend all villager time mining stone. And Sitaux, with more vills, can force this up first. But TaToH did have a head start. Yeah, Sitaux will get it up, but probably not in time to deny this. He can garrison the vills and get some extra firepower in this fight. TaToH already with fletching. Fletching, of course, does help the castle reach more units and will do more damage against the camels. But here we see those Hindustani camels again, with that team bonus, giving them the attack bonus against buildings. Gives Sitaux the option to sit under TCs and take them out as though he were raiding with knights. And this is a difficult thing for TaToH to stop now, as he needs to get army over here. Army and perhaps Vodkin Arrow for the TCs, as one of his TCs will likely go down here. Maybe the pikes can come forward and repair. And oh, it's so close, down to 50, 30 HP, but he gets the repairs in just in time. Calculated, he didn't want to let that fall. And even castle drop on the right. TaToH has the score lead, but I feel like this is a very well-positioned castle from Sitaux. He can now switch into the gulams, and TaToH doesn't have a stable over here to produce knights. If the gulams can get their armor, they can sit under the TC fire a bit and deal with the pikemen. So this area over here is very vulnerable to raiding. With the castle there, TaToH really can't make another wall behind it. And hello, probably Butter and G Grady. And And now TaToH, looking for other places to hit, is going to find the stone. The gate is not locked, but the Vils will run away and not go through it. Ooh, but TaToH is bringing with him 2 petards. Looking to break through the walls, but Sitaux will have a castle up in time. He knows it takes a village to raise a castle, will send all of his villagers there. TaToH will try to drop a castle on this forward hill as he does the final iron casting upgrade for his knights. As the petards hit the gate, Sitaux desperately tries to wall behind, won't get it up in time, but does at least have the castle there to defend. Knights will run through though. Has to wall in the back to keep the Vils safe. The mining camp outside of the walls will be nice if he gets one more tile down. I should be able to get some gulams up and slowly but surely clean that up. Feels like TaToH though, down here the gulams not quite in the numbers they need to be. Both players up to imp, Sitaux about 30 seconds ahead. And now the camels come. Will this castle be denied? Will this be the doubt-like castle that Sitaux has been trying to inflict upon TaToH? It looks like it will be. Camels don't need to fight the pikemen when the gulams can. Camels can come back and clean the knights. And Sitaux now will have his western base once more fairly secured. Can keep training gulams from that castle. Just doesn't have the numbers yet to fight that many pikemen. 25 pikemen. Would have to use the camels along with some gulams to clean them up, but that would be very costly for his camel numbers. And he still is just chilling with his forward castle in the south, just doesn't quite have the military numbers that TaToH has managed to pump out. And, you know, with this forward castle, it does give TaToH a position from which he could make a play for that relic. Oh, double castle drop from Sitaux. Really gonna make sure this castle doesn't go up, and even if it does, he'll have the extra treb production. And castle can focus the Vils. This is where Sitaux needs to focus his right clicks, make sure that he actually gets the Vils targeted, but loses a lot of camels to pikemen there, as it looks like he's trying to manage a fight on the right. Since he is up, he will be first in the treb wars. Still though, has to be so careful micromanaging the camels not to take straight up fights against large numbers of pikemen. These Lithuanian pikemen, they are speedy, and TaToH wants another castle forward as his trebs are going to start popping soon. This castle here won't go up, but TaToH, if he makes another play to send a round of villagers, could maybe try to force it up, could maybe do a castle here for some cover and then rush it, but it's being trebbed down. 83%, not even worth it that much to delete at this point, even though we probably should still do it. Sitaux has gone for a forward TC, trying to take TaToH's resources. And we're going to have treb wars in 1, 2, 3 locations all at the same time. Sitaux should win there. And this one could go either way. Remember, Sitaux did have that advantage, and he does have his Vils in better position to repair. But TaToH has double castle treb production, and we see he even has a couple of Lechai queued at that castle. The heavy camels now are in, and they're not going to get that sniped off. There's too many pikemen there to defend. One Laetus out already. Blast Furnace coming in, and we still need to see Imperial Camel, which is quite an expensive upgrade. It'll be hard to get to it in 1v1s, but these double cup 1v1s do give you some more options with the bigger eco to afford more expensive techs in the long run. You'd like a ram from Sitaux in the south forward just to be annoying. 300 wood might be a stretch. Well, it'll be hard for him to make rams when he has armored elephants instead of rams, but same thing, I guess. He can make an elephant ram. As both players trade their castles here. And TaToH, a stable away from opening the walls and being able to push. He now has the halberdier upgrade. And Sitaux right now has no unit for fighting halbs. Sitaux in the chat saying that he crashed for 2 minutes. So Sitaux hasn't actually been playing for the past 2 minutes. Oh, that's the DE. Unfortunate. I'll show you the chat message. It says, I crashed for 2 minutes. GG, but it's GG, I think. Alright, so Sitaux might just back out there. And we'll call the GG. Alright, yeah, so DE is, I think it actually handles drops the wrong way. As memey as the vote screen was back in the original game, it accomplished the goal of pausing the game if a player drops. Whereas in DE, one player keeps playing while the other is dropped and just can't interact with the game and can't even pause the game. And you do get these tournament games where the outcome would you'd much rather have the outcome. The game pauses until Sitaux gets back and then continues, not TaToH continues playing by himself. But I guess that's something for them to consider for their next remaster. Anyway, Sitaux with the KD lead, but a lot of those kills were those cheap pikemen, as TaToH had a much stronger economy. And the Hindustani player never really had a way to deal with the pikemen. Hard to add in pikes themselves, because the Lithuanian knights with the relics do a fairly decent job of thinning out the pikeman ranks. And you are right, they did lose Hatbulb, yeah. Wouldn't it make more sense for the game to pause and make a backup save? Yes, I think the game just doesn't really detect that Sitaux drops properly. But yeah, I agree with you. The pause, let TaToH know that it's paused, and allow for saving and restoring if necessary. Wouldn't there be a save on Sitaux's end? No, because he didn't crash. He just, froze. The save only comes, if you completely disconnect from the game. Sometimes DE puts you in this state where, it just kind of freezes for a few seconds, and the other players keep going, and then it tries to speed up, simulate the game for you to catch up. And it's not very pleasant, especially for tournaments. I think that's the best way to put it. Would it be better to pull the cable? Maybe pull the cable immediately. Make sure that you fully drop. Anyway, the civs are free hidden pick, no repeat. So TaToH can no longer use Lithuanians, Sitaux can no longer use Hindustanis. They are free to pick civs that the other player has picked, just can't repeat their own civs. Basic fighting game equipment, the lag switch, indeed. Basic AW2 HD equipment right there. a lag switch, but not really a switch so much as just always on. Right, so game 2 is Regicide Budapest, or I guess I should say game 3. Now remember, in these double TC starts on Regicide, you get 2 kings, and both of them need to die in order to be knocked out. You are able to lose 1 king so long as you don't lose both. Do I remember? I do remember AoE Tetris. Is it not working? I'll need to look into that. I was waiting for them to finish updating XS script stuff so that I can get it to work without needing people to manually copy and paste files. Maybe they've gotten that working, so I can try to fix it. Should attack if they get close. Only if you really get creative with the retaliation system. Anyway, in Budapest, you have basically a lake for each of your TCs with ponds in them, so players usually want to fish. What's AoE Tetris? Basically I made a scenario where you can play Tetris in AoE. You have to like set up your hotkeys and stuff like select all archery ranges moves the pieces left, and like select all barracks moves them right. And it's pretty janky. You gotta set it on like ×8 speed for it to be actually playable. But it is surprisingly a playable, if janky, version of Tetris. With AoE units like Teutonic Knights as the eyepiece. Oh, Sitaux, that villager hunting the boar went to chop a tree. Keeps him alive, though. 2 kings. Right, 2 kings, only one of them needs to survive. TaToH immediately puts them in his castles, not scouting with them. And you're gonna get some good fish in the back. Double docks on both players. So Turks versus Gurjars. Castles right up against the wood lines, blocking the resources. This is what I had spent time fixing in Regicide Fortress for T90 Titans League, making sure the castles do not nestle themselves in a cozy spot right next to a gold mine or a wood line. But they need room to breathe. So bill count's fairly even. TaToH once again will lame the sheep from Sitaux, so the Gurjars will they have. That's actually a lot of food because the cows have more food than the sheep on them. So 4 cows, 6 sheep in the mill, but not as much food as that would have been in the past because the bonus now works logarithmically instead of linearly. But nice food boost nevertheless. A nice deer patch too. Budapest does come with an abundance of resources for you quickly to get your 2 TC boom going. The cows belong to King 1, the sheep to King 2. Yeah, maybe they partition them. Maybe each king is responsible for naming different ones. Oh, those 2 kings. Scouts here, actually, nice pick by TaToH. Will get a Vil and also delay the market. So Sitaux would have been looking for a very smooth click up and will reposition the market to get it up safely. Yeah, so I'm just looking for Sitaux not to pay attention and the 2 scouts to dive those kings. I guess double camel scout could be interesting for Gujars. That market now blocks a TC spot. But to be fair, Budapest does have more than enough TC spots. I'm sure Sitaux can put it there or there or there, there. Anywhere. Around there, even around here. Actually, not that far. That's TaToH's base, but here would probably be a good spot. Maybe outside, just to protect that, or inside to protect the farms. But lots of fish. The fish do get fished rather rapidly on this map, so you do want to balance your fishing ships between both lakes and don't overinvest into one of them. And, ooh, Sitaux, sneaky, has a fire galley on TaToH's northwestern pond. And we'll start taking out the fishing ships there. I do like the sneak dock on this map. Double dock there. I wouldn't actually mind seeing a village just go forward and dock over here. TaToH with some stone walls walling up the middle. Something else about Budapest is it is a very wallable map. The wood lines are pretty big and kind of mazy, so you can wall right through the middle. I mean, tiny bit of wall there and there, and then TaToH basically is fully walled. Just with the castle defending here. TaToH gonna go for a fire galley. And the other dock doesn't have fire ship being researched. We do have Kshatriyas for the Gujars. I believe it's the upgrade that makes their units cost less food. And this is the matchup of the Spearman civs. Imagine we see a trash war and it goes to Turk spears versus Gujar spears. TaToH, that fishing ship just fishing, minding its own business, but just getting taken out there. Bit of a waste of a fire galley there from TaToH, not gonna be able to claw back his way onto this pond. But nice thing for Sitaux is, as he wins this, he can add in his fishing ships, as he has now spread out his fishing economy among 3 of these lakes here. And, well, it is Janissary time, double castle Janissaries, and it will be Trevamps Riders as the answer. I feel like you need to amass quite a few Trevamps Riders, but then they should direct Janissaries. Maybe this is enough even. As every projectile, despite the huge attack, still just counts as 1 projectile against the magic Trevamps shield. But, oh, Bill's even picking off the Janissaries. I feel like Kshatriya doesn't even matter too much. Like, it's just the speedy magic Trevamps Riders and the insane camels that are what power the Gujars. Now the camels have been nerfed a bit, which hopefully helps balance the save a bit more. But these guys, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the magic shield design for them. Oh, Sitaux putting... You know there's an expression, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Sitaux has put all his kings in 1 castle. Yes, he does have to lose both of them, but being grouped together puts him at risk of doing just that. Should TaToH get an early imp push, because he is already up to imp. And with the Turks, Fast Imp means free chemistry and immediate access to bombard cannons. Sitaux will defend with a couple of workshops and add in some armored elephants. And it's just going to be the Shravamshriders versus a Turk Janissary and Imperial Age push. So with a slight Vil lead, and perhaps more importantly with control of this pond. Now TaToH might have to go for camels of his own to fight the Shravamshriders, but it'll be camels against Gurjar camels, which never is really the matchup you want. Gurjar camels just beat other camels, especially if they get to Imp and get their upgrades. No one goes for Ellie Archers. As the Gurjars, they're not really that good. They miss... They have some glaring holes in their tech tree for them. Let me pull up the tech tree real quick. They miss Parthian tactics, and they miss the final armor upgrade. And they don't have a bonus like the Bengali or Dravidian ones do. Well, I guess they're cheaper. That's their bonus. And now here comes it. Oh, and the camels they wanted to attack the elephants, but let these Shravamshriders in. Now it's going to be camels versus Shravamshriders, and the camels will win that, no question. Sitaux does need a camel transition to deal with these camels, and for now TaToH has bought himself some time and pushed back this elephant ram push. Hello, Siege Lad. And Sitaux trying to be aggressive in the castle age with those elephants, but getting pushed back. TaToH now coming forward with a castle will have that free chemistry, allowing him to make bombard cannons. No artillery just yet, but the cannon itself is out. In 29 military to 17, and the bulk of that army consists of Janissaries. And now when Sitaux has to make the camel switch, the camels will just die horribly to the Janissaries. Has some Shravamshriders, but this map is so easy to wall. How did they get in? Maybe that gate was held open for a moment. And TaToH's just gonna try to wall more. Another fight where the Janissaries really matter. I don't know why he has them on spread formation. Oh, look at 3 camels go down at once. Camels can deal with the elephants. Even the Janissaries have a high enough attack that they can pack a punch. As the elephant doesn't even get a cannon. Spread against the chakrams. That is a good thought. Oh, and this is where both the kings are. Sitaux has both of the kings in this castle. If TaToH's paying attention, he could get both of the kings. Sitaux needs to run them. He's trying to repair the castle. But remember, this is regicide. TaToH put both of the kings in 2 different castles at the start. Sitaux did not, and TaToH, if he is aware, he will see that the castle has flags on it. Chakram throw is coming out, so that castle might have a forward gather point. Where will the kings run if it goes down? Looks like over to the right a bit. Right there. TaToH's gonna have his own castle, and if he gets that castle up and the kings pop out on the right, the castle will shoot them. Now here comes a push of the Shravamshriders. The camels are there. This will keep the castle alive for a bit longer, But with the camels and the Janissaries, TaToH should be able to win this fight and protect his own castle as it goes up. The Shravop Riders go down, and Sitaux is going to call the GG before his kings even get ejected from their fortress there. So TaToH takes game number 3 of this best of 9, and is looking pretty dominant so far. 87 to 42 KD. And we see the gold difference there from the Turks mining gold faster. And Sitaux not able to make it happen with the Gujars. GG there as TaToH takes a commanding 3-0 lead. Sitaux not able to manage to push through a win here yet today. Good coverage of the Jannies with the camels. Yep, it's the combination that helped out there. I feel like Gujars can struggle against a double gold unit composition. A ranged unit to kill the camels with a melee unit to take out the Shravop Riders. And Sitaux has fallen into a bit of a hole. It looks like game number, well, the third game today, but game number 4 overall, including the advantage for TaToH. Looks like it's going to be on 4 quarters. As I'm looking at TaToH's stream, and he needs to click the button that disables the pop-up so that he automatically downloads maps and doesn't need to click yes manually every time. Oh boy. And TaToH, he just picked a Civ, which I haven't seen on this map so far, but it makes a lot of sense. This is a potentially dangerous download. Honestly, for this map, I agree. It is a very dangerous map. The map has capture rate, they're starting, and I need capture rate to load in. And oop, I think I need to click the button to join. There we are. As the map is, of course, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 TCs. Welcome to 4 quarters. Again, TaToH in the red, Sitaux in the blue in all 4 parts of the map. Every part of the map has gold, but there is the extra gold corner with lots of gold. Then there is the mangrove shallows corner with lots of fish for food. There is the hunt, berry, and sheep corner in the north for more food. And then, most importantly, the stone quarter to the west with a market you can trade with. And, well, why did TaToH pick Sicilians here? Because this map becomes Castle Drop Fest. Just drop castle after castle after castle. Now, building the castle faster could be OP here. There's only one thing that I think the Sicilians really lack on this map, and that is the bombard cannon. We saw this a couple times. We've been seeing Japanese and Hindustanis match up here a bit earlier too. But Japanese kind of got the early advantage with samurai able to protect their trebs from the ghulams. But then even if they cleaned the castles, the bombard cannons from the Hindustanis would still be able to retaliate, and hand cannoneers could take out the samurai. But Lithuanians, Sicilians, not a matchup I've seen yet. Sicilians, not a civ I've seen played yet on this map, but with all of the castle drops, makes sense that TaToH would want them. I'd also been considering maybe Byzantines for the cheaper imp could be good on this map, so you can start the Treb War earlier and have the more HP on the castles. Or even Franks, just so that you can spam out even more castles. And heck, maybe even Slavs, so you have some wood cost castles that you can just spam it. Let's get a big head start here. You know, I don't really... I feel like the extra food is more impactful on the 2 TC starts. Because here, it's like, you're spending the food so quickly anyway, you're still out of food. I don't know, maybe it does matter here quite a bit too, because it is still the 3 extra vills. But I think the main advantage for the Lithuanians is 1, the Latus will be a great unique unit from their castles, and 2, they do have access to bombard cannons, so they can supplement their trebuchet push with those cannons, can even add hand cannoneers if sergeants come out. So they have tools here to deal with the Sicilians. We did see, remember Sitaux went for those cheeky walls around Vincester's villagers in that other matchup. TaToH, palisade walling. I wonder why walling with palisades. I haven't really seen anyone go for feudal aggression here, so those walls might be a bit, I don't know, even too preemptive. Anyway, Sitaux, as we were saying, with the head start, is up first to the feudal age. In the south, you can dock only around the edges. You can't actually build the dock directly on the Mangrove Shallows. You need a little beach area. Players will lose horses on this map. Despite the TCs being in the same spot every single game, I think maybe they just put the horses on auto scout, and then the horses die after a while. Look at this horse. It will, of course, run right towards the TC. Yeah, and I doubt that was Sitaux manually right-clicking the horse there. I think that was an auto scout. Maybe we can get the capture age team to look at the wreck and report to us on the auto scout usage after the games. I know they did that once before. We saw Viper was a auto scout user. Anyway, Sitaux up to feudal. The question is, where is he building the market and the blacksmith? And the answer is he's doing it in the west, in the stone area. So he will be first up to castle, and potentially the first to get the castle dropped. But TaToH will have the stone for his own castle and will build it faster wherever he wants to place it. And, oh! Could he be going for donjons? Could he not even be waiting for the castles? He's just going to go for a few donjons over here. The vills are forward already. Still hasn't scouted that. Going forward now with the vill. Up to castle. This will force Sitaux's castle to be defensive to clear the donjons, and not forward as an aggressive castle. Or TaToH, what are these vills doing? Just wandering around like the AI is controlling them. He's gonna go market blacksmith there. Nope. Oh, he was waiting for feudal for the donjon. He wasn't feudal yet. All right. Oh, demo ship there, but TaToH probably prepared. Garrisons right away to dodge the demo. And as Sitaux puts up an outpost, he's going to see a donjon. And TaToH not just waiting for the faster castles, he is going directly for donjons, adding in a mining camp a bit inefficient adjacent to the stone, but if he has one vill for the moment, that'll be fine. And now here come the sergeants. Sergeants, of course, able to add in their own donjons. And also serve as a unit being produced to deny a castle drop. If it can fight a few villagers. Has 7 seconds here from Sitaux, and he wanted to go forward, drop that castle on TaToH's face. But won't be able to with the sergeants there. Has to go defensive. As more donjons go up for TaToH around the back of the back. And the danger, though, is he is running low on stone. And he won't be able to follow this up with a castle. Sergeants, though, with a bit of Pierce Armor 2+0 natively, but still don't want to be taking a lot of TC fire without their armor upgrades. And castle there will go up, will not be denied. But that will be the only castle for now from Sitaux as TaToH continues wrapping around the base with these donjons, trying to deny Sitaux's ability to take the stone. So he has to move forward, realizing he's in danger of losing the one back here. As TaToH continues encroaching in every direction with more and more donjons, but Sitaux is prepared with his second castle. And also has out a Laetus that should do very well against the sergeants. And even against the vills as they try to quick wall. Laetus can maybe break in through that wall. Nope, not going to get there in time. But as long as this goes up, donjon will be taken out. And it's another donjon in a mining camp, but that shouldn't go up with the late shy there. And vills going down, all but one go down. Still another one in the bottom. But TaToH's donjon's getting somewhat cleaned up here. Standing a TC in the north, but the pressure they apply is forcing the castles back and not forward. The problem, though, is how does he deal with Late Shy in the west? There is 1 true relics there for Sitaux to grab. And TaToH's going for his own forward castle, but Sitaux isn't having it. He's sending vills forward to vill fight. And gonna give up on that for now. Just make his own castle. I mean, actually, if he was vill fighting here, he maybe could get his own castle up and stop it. Oh, hello, baby shoes. Oh, but TaToH knows he wants to get this up. He's sending a village. And we'll just be able to mine some gold. Now, there we are. The sergeants are hammering away, or axing away at that blacksmith there, slowly but surely whittling it down. But Sitaux has stone. TaToH has a bit of a vill lead. And Sitaux has had to be awkward with his castle positions. But I think we're going to get to a point where this soon becomes Imperial Age for Treb pushes, but actually, we have a battering ram. A battering ram for Sitaux in the west. If you win the west, I feel like you generally win the game, because that means you can just drop castles everywhere else. Oh, hello, Scroodle. Welcome to the madness that is Four Quarters. TaToH strong farming. Well, that's what the Sicilians will do as well. Sitaux wants a forward castle in the north. Oh, TaToH's going to send vills forward and take out the TC there and castle immediately on the TC spot. really looking to drive Sitaux away from his gold mines in the east, but he can just migrate his villas over here, saturate that gold. He can also take gold in the other quarter, and take gold in the south. TaToH going for the power move. Sicilian castles, they go up no matter what. Knock down the TC, replace it with a castle. Feels like something you do against the AIs in a campaign. But meanwhile, in the west, the important western corner with the stone, the Lechai getting some nice raids in, but the TC protecting them with Bodkin. And 4 times the APM might not even be enough. As again, the Lechai wanting to break through that gate. And they get in. Armor just now coming in for the sergeants. And Lechai for Sitaux. Feels like Sitaux might finally get on the scoreboard here. TaToH had to rush up that defensive castle, and we might see a Petard war. Sitaux could batter that down with Vills. He's sending rams forward. I'm just going for Lechai. And TaToH keeps wandering around the west, wildly looking for every last scrap of stone he can mine. And there's the ram. TaToH will batter the battering ram with his villagers to try to take it out. So petards it down. And yeah, he is going for the petards. Alright, TaToH, desperation move going for the petards in the west as more Lechai stream forward from the castles. They each want to castle drop each other. But TaToH's prepared. He has a demo ready to get the vills. He's gonna wait for more vills. Oh, gets the vills and the castle foundation with one demo. Sitaux's laughing at it. What a demo from TaToH. The vills can do nothing but stand there as he has the stone for another castle. Does he dare it again? He does, but here comes another demo. And could he repeat the same feat? Now he's going forward with it. Oh, he's not gonna do it again. Oh, if he had another demo there, that would have been insane. He has one coming out from the dock, though. He's gonna Vil fight. He can Vil fight long enough to lead a palisade, get the demo there. Missed opportunity. That castle will go up. And TaToH still has the score lead and has the Vil lead. His 4 castles have been dropped. But in the west, he's desperately trying to repair and destroy the mangonel, or destroy the rams with the mangonel of his own. But this castle looks like it's gonna go down. The mangonel is taken out, the rams remain alive. As living as a piece of wood can be. And Sitaux really looking to have secured the stone sources for all of the castle drops. He has castles in all the other places, now has the score lead, has now taken the Vil lead. Headache map, what a crazy map. And TaToH calls the GG. Sitaux getting himself on the scoreboard. The Sicilians for TaToH not quite working out for him. The Lechai, great unique unit choice from Sitaux. How many of that did he make? 55 of them compared to 10 sergeants. Even KD despite all that. And even slightly better eco in some respects for TaToH, but look at the stone collected for Sitaux. Some castle dropping, control everything with the castles. Donjon Rush felt sus. I agree. I feel like it didn't really accomplish much. There's enough stone that you can just keep running away from the donjons no matter how many come up. But anyway, Sitaux puts himself on the scoreboard, not going to fall into that dreaded 4-0 hole. And, well, we've played 4 of the potential 8 games today. We're looking at least 2 more for TaToH to finish it off, and we'll need to play, I guess, all of them for Sitaux to win. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm confusing myself because of that free win TaToH had. We have played 3 games today, and TaToH has his 1 upper bracket advantage. There we go. Oh, hello there, John Wyatt. Hello to you. Oh, a Majestic. 15 months. Thank you for the resub. You know what? I woke up this morning to go to the bathroom, and then I saw that the Mets just signed a new third baseman who apparently failed a physical with the Giants and suddenly has a contract with the Mets. Spending all his money, indeed. Well, hopefully he passes a physical with the Mets then. The correct doctors. Oh, now TaToH's stream just went offline for a moment. He's saving money on his state taxes now, indeed. Yeah, the wonders of living in Texas. Like looking at how weather patterns work nowadays, he's probably going to have to deal with more snow in Texas than he would up here near New York City. And they definitely don't have the infrastructure to deal with it down there. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out what happened to... Alright, yeah, it looks like they're back. And they're going to play double Savannah, which is a map with 50 elephants. So the Mongols just hunt all the elephants, and this will be a Mongols mirror. Yeah, now the Mets just need to find a DH. Or just convince the NL to go back to not using the DH and playing some real baseball. Anyway, oh wait, this is Oh, this isn't Savannah. This is Savannah Valley. Okay, so this is a Mongols versus Huns game. TaToH will be the Mongols, Sitaux will be the Huns, and this valley is on fire. I don't know if you can mine this gold. There's some black terrain near it. Has Verlander ever even batted? He's been in the AL his whole career, right? Because he was with Detroit early on, then the Astros after they moved to the AL. And where else has he been? I think he's always been on AL teams. Yeah, that was the sad thing about DeGrom, because he was actually pretty good as a hitter. He didn't get to hit last year. Your favorite thing is still watching pitchers hit? Unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. They removed that beautiful part of the game. Anyway, this map confuses me because it goes from like these snowy mountains in the corners to very suddenly this dry desert that's on fire. And I think I remember judging this one in a map competition, just it didn't make sense to me. This is kind of heart-shaped though if you draw your little heart outline around it, so a lovely gift to keep someone warm. And with all of this hunt, you might think you want to pick the Mongols and go for the hunt, but the shorefish is still faster for bills to gather from. It's the nether. Putting the kill in Kilimanjaro. Yeah, lots of hunt in the middle, but again, also lots of like box turtles that are swimming in the dirt. Like that's not even like water layered on another terrain. They're just straight up swimming in the dirt. You can see them submerged, and then they pop up out of the dirt. Yeah, I've never seen Jurassic Park, and I've never seen 10,000 BC, whatever that is. Tortoises in their burrows. That's quicksand, of course. No, actually, there is a quicksand terrain. This is just desert. That's not quicksand. There might be some quicksand surrounding this little pond here, but quicksand is like a rock reskin. You can't build on it. Anyway, we see Sitaux forward, taking the shorefish and the hunt. Mongols will gather from their hunt faster, and we see TaToH using that to click up to feudal first. But if you take a lot of the shorefish, that will benefit the Huns, and in the long run, we're going to have to wait a bit for the Mongols really to have access to hunt for that bonus really to pay off. 2 farms even from Sitaux. I feel like that is exactly what you do not want to do on this map. Those 2 farms could have been a mill down here on these shorefish. Mongol hunt is way faster than shorefish? I don't think it is. Certainly faster than fishing ships on shorefish, but not villagers, I think. Like, I'll have to open up the Genie editor and do some quick maths. Alright. Let's... As both players have barracks out. Let's see. The Hunter has a base speed, or a base work rate of 0.41. Let's look at the Mongols are 40% faster, so 0.41 times 1.4. That's 0.574. Oh, I guess that is faster than shorefish then. And yeah, 0.43 for the shorefish. So yeah, hunt is much faster. All right. I must have been thinking about the old Indians shorefish bonus for the shorefish still being faster than Mongols hunt. So yeah, Mongols then are insane with all the hunt. High carry capacity doesn't increase the work rate of the villagers, but the Mongol hunters will certainly carry more than the fishermen will. And lots of spears from TaToH as we're going mostly for archers here. So it'll be scouts. Scouts make sense with the abundance of food. And he'll try to find places to poke at Sitaux. In the north, Sitaux not taking that wood line, taking wood in the east, which you'll probably have to small wall. And also taking stone, so I think he once again wants to castle drop, as he is wont to do in this tournament. Castle Age coming in for him, so he will be the first up. TaToH taking more of a feudal fighting approach. And I wonder if that tower is the right play for him. As it will force Sitaux back, but it's just a few shorefish and ibexes. He can just move and take other hunt. It's not like he's lacking it. Oh, hello, Cheeseman. And here comes Sitaux with the forward spears and the archers trying to dive the vills, deny this tower from TaToH. And sending the vills forward, he's going to send everything and try to fight under it? No, he thinks better of it and turns around. He'll take some shots in the back from the tower as he runs away. TaToH not going to try to hit the spears with the scouts. He knows that's too risky. But meanwhile, he has forced a defensive tower from Sitaux on the right. Sitaux not able to micro that in time as the scouts will start chasing that villager. Take him out, and now the vills on the wood line have to turn and fight. They'll do a decent job of fending off those scouts, but the key for TaToH is that these scouts are going to stop any type of quick wall on that wood line, while there are other scouts come in from behind, and this could be a villager massacre for Sitaux. He already has 4 in the tower, won't be able to save too many more in there. He needed to head to the TC. There's 1, 2... 3 more going down. Finally, wall along the wood line, but he has an idol there. I think he might be trapped. At least he's fully walled. Oh, not trapped, but the scout might... Okay, the scout can't get in there. He just needs to be careful to keep the walls repaired. Now here come the scouts getting in under the watchtower on the gold. TaToH's up to the castle age. Sitaux is up and desperately trying to defend with spears, but not really getting much of a benefit from it yet, as TaToH is ahead in vills. And Sitaux even has to throw down a market. His eco is not balanced. These scouts are doing a great job of raiding. It is 10-0 eco kills. And Knight will be fighting a Spearman. Hills have to wall themselves in to be safe. TaToH trying to keep that gold in his possession. That's the only place he's taking gold for the moment. And what is Sitaux going to do here? Trying to put down a TC, but scouts are there. So are Spearmen, though, and they might not be able to stop that. Maybe light cav with the attack upgrade could have taken a fight there, but TaToH's not going to risk it. Instead, just head back, loop around for the gold. Tower getting a few hits on the scouts, but all in all, TaToH will pick off more vills, or at least one more, and can loop back to the tower, get another one or two. Here he's going straight for the pikeman upgrade, so he's not going to care to upgrade the scouts. Should be able to get another 2 vills there. Yeah, now the eco KD is 14 to 0. TaToH's pulling ahead in villagers. He's up to the castle age. He's doing his eco upgrades. And can he deal with the knights though? How does he deal with Hunnic knights producing faster from that stable, going into his eco? They have 1 armor. TaToH's trying to amass spearmen, and with 4 or 5 of them, perhaps that's enough now to take a decent fight. Now, TaToH, if there's one thing he likes doing now with the Mongols, it is the Step Lancer. Going for a Step Lancer, maybe a Camel combo. Camel probably just to deal with the Knights, as the Step Lancers should be pretty effective at dealing with the Spears. That's the one thing Step Lancers do. They can hit Spears and run away and not take as much damage. Yeah, so Camel there has to focus the Knight, as he does that right away. And turns away from the Spearmen. And here we have the final fight as the low HP pikemen and knights get taken out, and the Step Lancers proving their worth of being able to take out the pikemen, which usually are a counter to cavalry. Now he's just gonna keep raiding and lancing the steps with those lancers. I can't really raid under TCs the way knights could, especially with fletching coming in. 3 TCs here from Sitaux, just trying to be very defensive, have a compact area where the TC fire can protect him from the lancers. TaToH has 4 TCs, but Sitaux has 5 TCs, and is pretty even on the Vill count. Jeez, yes, I am staying warm today. Very much so. The textbook lancing step maneuvers. Okay, he's gonna lance the step right out of that farmer there. What army do Huns want here? I guess knights? Oh, here come the lions. Lions, no food on them, but they will be pretty aggressive at trying to go over those vills. Lots of them are weak, but the lions didn't group up on one of them. They are hidden among these rock formations in the middle of the map. If you're not too careful, they'll pop out. I guess a DE pathfinding will protect you from some of them. As he will poke that barracks with his big stick. And Sitaux buying food. Just to keep his production going, I guess. Vill count still fairly even. The knights are in on this gold mine, so they'll get a few Vill picks there. Finally, Sitaux getting on the board of the Eco KD. TaToH had been absolutely dominating that so far, as well as the overall KD. Knights getting in on the stone. We'll pick a few vills, force the vills back to the TC. TaToH wants a castle on the left, though, and that will be able to hit that TC from Sitaux. But Sitaux has 7 TCs. Oh, yes. The optimal number. 7 TCs just to pump out vills. Well, at least he doesn't have to, worry about houses. Dave thinks I'm one of them most likely to win a hot dog eating competition based on the Wikipedia picture. Other contender is Nacho. I feel like as an American, that puts me in prime position to eat hot dogs. So maybe. You do size of mouth. I mean, I did used to watch the what was it? It was Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut hot dog eating contests on July 4th in Coney Island years ago. I haven't kept up on that, but I probably picked up some techniques from that. Clearly a pro. I might be the only person who has taken a passing interest in hot dog eating competitions at the highest level. So I do have that going for me. The fifth most prestigious sport in the U.S. Yep, we have baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and hot dog eating contests. We don't care about the World Cup. Only wouldn't even think to make the same jokes that Nilly does. His part of the vids would never have to be deleted from a German LAN. So, Sitaux, 7 TC is not really paying off for him as he's down in villagers, doesn't have as many as TaToH does because he's lost 43. And the Steppe Lancers, which TaToH has very much enjoyed using throughout a wide variety of games now. As the Mongols, they have extra HP. Maybe this is a legit unit. 2.4k wood for TaToH. As here come the lions. Could the lions deny a castle? They're fighting a vill behind that rock formation, and they don't have an outline behind the rock formation. Something is losing HP, and down goes the vill, and out comes the lion. So that lion just got a vill kill. Some of them are still running about trying to pathfind their way to that villager. You can't quite do it. And oh, that vill has only 2 HP left. If the lion could just run in a straight line, it would kill the villager. There's no proof. This line is very innocent. No, the castle's gonna kill the lions. Ah, GE Pathfinding saves the villager this time. When has that ever happened? Normally it results in dead villagers like the ones over here, as these lancers are stepping over the corpses of the raided and killed farmers, trampling them into their own crops. And Rams pushing along with the Steppe Lancers. TaToH is floating everything. He's clicking up to imp. And Sitaux soon will be reduced to only this upper plateau in the eastern corner, as TaToH's ram push continues, undeterred by the ungarrisoned villagers, as the Lancers will come and protect their friendly siege engines, perhaps even poke at the TC themselves. Lancers, you can get a very nice stack, and they can do a decent job of taking out buildings. But that itself doesn't matter too much with TCs, because Knights do, of course, just run under the TCs to fight anyway. Nice garrison and ungarrisoned micro there from Sitaux to pick off the ram with the vills, and he's trying to make a bit of a counterattack, bringing his Knights into the back wood line of TaToH in the south, but TaToH can run and garrison the vills. He's enjoying life at 200 population. Sitaux is sitting at a mere 130. And just continuing to lose vills. He's lost 101 vills this game and counting. that one could not run in a straight line. Sitaux cleans up a few Lancers, but don't know how he's planning to come back from this. TaToH just has so many of them and already 150 vills. And Imp GG. TaToH takes a 4-1 lead in a best of 9, so now Sitaux needs to win all 4 remaining games. Difficult task for him, but he does at least take a game against TaToH. That in itself is a very good accomplishment on these settings. Oh, and hello, Maxos. You are back. You missed Sitaux getting at least 1 win. But TaToH now takes a 4-0 lead. But remember, TaToH has had the match point curse placed on him by an AoE zone thread before. Maybe this is Sitaux's chance with his back against the wall to breathe some new life into his double cup gameplay. I'll drive home. Okay, Maxos, do not watch a stream while driving. You trust Sitaux? You trust him as you would trust Mbappe to play Age of Empires. And once again, I'll check TaToH's stream to see if he's starting the lobby. Looks like Sitaux has the lobby up and has picked Enemy Islands. So a game where he had some very nice castle drops the other day, but was overcome by the Byzantines. Apparently the US is supposed to be getting very cold weather this weekend, but the forecast tells me Friday is supposed to be 54 degrees. Hello, Cuniborian. Hello, hello. I wonder why the dashboard isn't picking up on this set of games. I mean, it is showing them, but the tournaments tab is not displaying this is a tournament. Oh, dashboard temporarily offline. No, and back online. I feel like Happy Leagues might have just maybe hit buttons in the background to fix that. Okay, no, it still doesn't show up as double cup. Let's see, it looks like they're just about launching, and they both picked Italians. So we'll have finally a mirror matchup. Both players thinking that Italians is the civ to pick for enemy islands. And look at this bright, bright sand. As welcome to enemy islands again, Sitaux in the blue will be on the east and west corners. TaToH in the red will be in the north and south. So Italians, you can age up more cheaply. Your fishing ships cost less wood. You can go for a big fish boom. You can fight on the water. You can try to push and castle drop. You have genbos to counter any non-cataphract cavalry, which is the only type of cavalry the Italians have. And we'll see if Sitaux is able to keep this series alive. Was TaToH using the TC cleanly? He was one of those players back in King of the Desert who had been killing boars not once but twice with his TC. I remember looking at him when I made the video about that. Gotta be extra careful when shooting it. But he gets it to work. I think a lot of players use the TC shooting nowadays. It's so much smoother to do it on DE with the boars only needing one shot and with how close they are to the TC. Well, Sitaux does shoot it twice, but he's going to, shoot it the old-fashioned way. And there we are. Now we'll lure another boar on the other side. Just show off by pros. Now, actually, it feels so much smoother when you do it. But he's not going to do it. He's not going to manage two TCs at once. Oh man, if you could do two boars at once, shooting them with the TCs, that would be impressive. Now, I was actually thinking about, if you saw a while ago, I had like a micro scenario of doing it like a Black Forest themed micro scenario, where the first mini game is Vil fighting, and you have to try to wall choke points. The second one is boar luring, and you get like points for the most boars that you can lure at once. And just like maybe like a onager chopping mini game. Yeah, kind of BF themed TTF racing. Boar will be taken out by the Vils there. And no Ds on the Eco KD column. All these lures going mostly completely smoothly for the players so far. And so what are the dock positions? Both going for, I don't know whether to call this a back dock or front dock, because galleys could come out and harass TaToH here if he had gone for this dock. And that is the dock he went for, but on the opposite side, where it feels like it's a back dock. But then again, Sitaux could just dock here, and then this would not be a back dock no more. I think the ideal is just dock the corner so that you get as many shorefish as possible. Or not shorefish, as many deep sea fish as possible, because there are many Dorados out here. It's the coast for El Dorado. Bring back the old campaigns. There are posts for that every so often. So we'll have second dock here for Sitaux, so one on each of his island sides. Looks like TaToH got the first hit there, but Sitaux trying to get the hill. We'll probably just have to run away at this point. Low HP scout will eventually get picked off. And down he goes, as both players are up to feudal. Sitaux ever so slightly faster. Trying to long distance take some deers. And I keep hearing docks all over the place. And second dock from Sitaux. If we check the scouting, he has not seen where TaToH has docked. If we check TaToH's scouting, he has not... Oh, he just missed it. He has not seen where Sitaux is docked, so both of them just blind. Market blacksmith from Sitaux, and now we check out his stone count. Does he go for a castle drop somewhere? Not on stone anywhere yet. TaToH catching up to feudal, adding in the market. I want to see what type of ships these players add. Fire galleys for Sitaux. So go for the fire galleys and not the pure galleys. And both players castle at about the same time, about the same bill counts. TaToH with the dock, though, hasn't really invested into forward fish, only these back fish. Well, I guess he does have 2 docks worth of fish, he doesn't really need the third. But now with the scout, he does see where the fish are located, as the fire ship needs to take out the alligator. Ship versus wildlife there. And nice and unharassed fish here. In both locations for all players. So stone mining coming in. I think that means we're going to be seeing some castle drops. Saturation on the stone there from Sitaux. And villagers over on stone there from TaToH. Ooh, that's a low HP scout. That's where you feel like a Vil might just want to go and doink him. Hill advantage on the warder works the same way it does for everything else, even though it does feel awkward. And now TaToH's fishing ships, they have to run. Hasn't ran the Vil from the dock. She could be in a spot of trouble as the fires keep coming forward. Finally, she gets back. Sitaux up to the castle age. We'll see War Galley upgrade on the way. And who is going to castle drop who first? Remember, just because one castle comes up, you can still go around it, or you could castle drop and mirror them, but on the other side. Very flexible how you spend your stone, especially on this map in the 2TC start. And again, I have the high tide. That's the name of a map too, I think. Or maybe it's just low tide. Actually, it's just low tide, that's the map. We need a high tide. And defensive castle from Sitaux. He's not going to put it on TaToH's face. He's going to be defensive. TaToH doing the same. What is this? Where is the aggression? Where is the train of villagers to build a soccer stadium in your opponent's country from either player? This is a 0-0 game of soccer. That's what this feels like. That castle should be there, and that castle should be there. And TaToH, even though he does still have the fish, is switching to farms, just trying to make a smoother transition. As the knight is now picking off the outpost. And knights are getting a bit of raiding here. So nice job from TaToH getting the knights out. Genbos can help to push them away, but it's expensive to get them out. And in small numbers, knights can still do pretty well against them. Vill count's still roughly the same. And there goes the Genbo. Picked off underneath the castle fire as the knights will dodge their way to safety. What is that KD? Ah, you're right. I don't know. I guess alligators must have killed some, or crocodiles must have killed some units somewhere. That I don't know. I've not seen what explains that discrepancy. Soprano's dropping another prequel. I guess that's what the Italians mirror matchup can give you. Oh, here comes a demo from TaToH. Now, if there's one player who knows how to demo, it's TaToH. Those two fires are stacked up right on top of each other. And boom, gets both of them. Alright, nice demo there, TaToH. And now the Genbos are on both sides of the map. TaToH's still going knights. Maybe that's some shenanigans with demo ship deleting. Or just the total of how they've lost units to Gaia. And Sitaux will be the first player up to the Imperial Age, but TaToH won't be too far behind, as the Italians you can always quick up rather rapidly. I have to wonder, is that too aggressive of a castle when his opponent is already up to Imp? Now 9 villagers here, 8 of which at least are being sent to that castle. And that'll be, if it goes up and can stay up, pretty annoying on a hill by the main gold. And perhaps that's what TaToH needs, just bide his time until he himself can get Imp. That's a lot of stone still being mined for Sitaux as he's starting to amass a small but decently sized formation of Genoese crossbowmen. As on the right, oh, it's a bit of a doubt castle for TaToH as the Genbos hop on the foundation as the Vills are building it. It's up to 77.89% and the Vills have to run away. And run away, they'll try to. Only one Genbo chasing them, so they'll probably get away. Doc will slowly but surely go down as we have another castle drop from Sitaux. He's up to Imp, and we all know when you get Imp, that means the trebs start popping and the castles start dropping. We have VC for TaToH, but not going to protect against trebs all that much. Fast fire. Sitaux's ready to take the water and start trebbing on land. TaToH himself up to Imperial Age, but still behind. Genbo, something TaToH really doesn't have an answer to yet. Does have 2 armor and condottieri prepped from 3 barracks, so I imagine the first thing we see him click is that armor, and then we see him, yep, right there, and then we'll see condottieri from these barracks. Yep, and he'll try to use them to mop up the Gembos, and then continue a push here. Oh, he is forward, trying to finish the castle. If at first you don't succeed, try again. The Gembo from Sitaux are not patrolling, but they do find the Vills. Those Vills are low on HP. Big on courage, but low on HP, and they'll be taken out and the castle still is denied. Well, if there's enough Genbo to deal with Kandi over here, perhaps TaToH could make a... Or then perhaps Sitaux could make a really good push and kick TaToH off this island. And those Genbo are doing some work. Taking out the condottieri. And castle still unfinished, going to be trebbed. And trebbed hard. Because let's be honest, there's no other way to treb. And TaToH in danger of losing the foundation. He'll have to delete it. He'll have to delete it. Yeah, one more hit, I think, does it in. And he's really going to have to delete this lest he lose the stone. And down it goes. TaToH loses the stone. We see the foundation collapse. Same thing might be about to happen on the other island, as TaToH does have the treb advantage, but now needs the repair advantage. See, Sitaux's repairing the castle. He's going to win that fight. Sometimes these castles are all about the repairs. And it feels to me like condottieri are not the answer to Genoese crossbowmen. Here they come. They can't really kill trebs, but they can attack the squishier condottieri. And in small numbers, the condottieri really can't take this fight. And now more Vills are being pulled to repair the castle, but the damage has largely been done. Only one treb. Oh, and a cannon. Cannon could maybe take out trebs. Oh, cannons from both sides. Now we get to the Italians part where they have the cheaper bombard cannons. And cannon takes out the treb, that means this castle should stay alive. And that's a small choke point. Nope, just passing. Or not just passing, getting some attacks in. And can the Kandi get us around here? Not quite. The Genbo might go down, but at the cost of a lot of Kandi there. This is where it's tempting to build a trade cart and trade with your enemy market. Another fort castle from Sitaux, who has taken the score lead, and it feels like the condottieri are just not doing the work they need against the Genbos, and this might be another win for Sitaux. going to keep himself alive, pick off a few more condottieri. And as TaToH can't get us around the Genbos like he wants to. Oh, you do have some Sitaux fans in the chat ever since Maxos and Daisy were here right at the beginning. Condottieri raids on the right still happening, but Sitaux has the score lead and is only increasing it from here. Even as he repairs the Treb. Let's see more maps. Oh, down goes the Treb. Stop repairing for just a moment. It was enough for the Condi to take it out. But another castle. There's the GG from TaToH. And Sitaux getting himself on the scoreboard, 2-4. And better KD there. TaToH bigger eco, but couldn't really put it to use. Didn't have the gold and stone balance he needed. Oh, I enjoy a good mirror match. I enjoy them very much. But GG. Now Sitaux looking at the still undesirable but less bleak 2-4 set. And again, he needs to win out all of the games if he wants to win. So tough task for him ahead against TaToH. As Sitaux... Yeah, you like mirror matches with infantry civ? Love seeing a giant battlefield of human champs. That's what the triple sling the Goths video I did a little while ago was, just Goth spam. Oh yeah, and today is, I guess, the 21st. That is usually the solstice, so days should start getting longer from here on out. Which will be a relief. Longer but colder for the next 30 days at least. I'm waiting for March. Waiting for March. Hello, Rabchang. What are we waiting for? Thought it just started. No, it started 2 hours and 18 minutes ago. About. Well, Sitaux was a bit late, so not that long ago. But it's been going on, and is still ongoing. Yes, TaToH did have a one-game advantage, correct. And it will be Double Cup 3I. Haven't seen the map in this tournament yet, but I have seen it in 1v1s before. And here we go. As in the 1v1s, you start out in the corners, but now in the 2TC version, you also have a TC in the north and south, respectively, for each player, with an abundance of great fish marlin hopping up and down. I think at some point you probably just want to dock and get the fishing ships rolling out to complement the villager fishing. In the middle is the eye. You can mine the gold, but this is black terrain. I don't think you can walk on it, and I don't think that relic actually is accessible. It's just there to sit in the middle of the pupil, and in total I think there are 3 relics on the map. Yep, 3. 1 there, 1 to the south, and 1 to the north. So if each player is careful, they each get 1 relic. The big eye ends up going down. If you throw the ring into the fires of Mount Doom, then yes. So Berbers, Persians? I think I like Berbers in that matchup. Camel Archer's plus ability to spam the cheaper stable units. The only thing the Persians really have going for them are the trash bows. And we're just gonna see lots of fishing in these 2 spots for now. And backwood, 100 wood each, so not going to last forever. I guess the fires don't hurt units that pass through them. Lots of wolves and the cracked terrain in the middle. It was a multiplier, I think 20%, where your buildings take 20% more damage if they are built atop the cracked dirt terrain. Look at those vultures. Oh, do they have line of sight? Oh, they do. Why would you settle inside the Ring of Fire? To mine the gold that is here in a prolific abundance. You can't actually get across the black area to that relic, so you have to somehow reintroduce the relic teleport bug if you want to capture it. An elephant going down by the TC. TaToH will be up first. And heading to his woodline in the back. 2 elephants. Look how big those elephants are compared to boars. As the Vills, ooh, not shift clicked, TaToH. You're gonna have some idle time there as your Vills stand around. Like the Vills of a Black Forest player calling their teammate a noob. Finally go to the second elephant. And sneaky little dock here from Sitaux. TaToH is as yet unaware of the blue player's clandestine plans to dock his own lake. But TaToH, on the other hand, is doing the exact same thing, running his scouts to find where the TC is, and Sitaux unaware of the dock on his nearby shores. Oh, and we have a brief pause. And TaToH saying sec because the game is lagging. I know what that's like. Do you be like that sometimes? Now, you do really have to claim the middle on this map. It is fairly aggressive in forcing you to go there, just by virtue of putting all of the gold there. You have a healthy amount of stone and gold in the back, so you don't need to do it right away, but you do need to do it eventually. TaToH will be fishing the fish inside of that gold mine there with his villagers. Beautiful unit overlapping. And scouts could get the first K of the game. And they do. TaToH taking out one of Sitaux's vills. Oh, Sitaux trying to Viper quick wall himself in, but doesn't quite get it. And that dock will remain 3/4 of the way there at 75.85%. Oh, TaToH's gonna gate off the dock. Oh, sneaky, and he'll go for the dock block in the north. Oh, brilliant play there from TaToH. We're gonna have a demo come out, but it's not gonna be able to hit anything. Not only can TaToH make demos, but he can defend against demos. Beautiful wall off there from him. As the scout goes down, a few demos here, but the same thing. Demos are walled off. But if TaToH is paying attention, that gate is open. Sitaux doesn't have the tower garrisoned. That demo has but to sail forward, and no, the gate closes. Sometimes I think TaToH has a sixth sense for demo shit. The demo ship. Demo ship shots, but not quite coming up there. You get through those gates and try to get in, but I don't know if he has anything to do once he gets in. Really, I think you just want to try to take the middle. Wait, kind of like Gold Rush. At least from here on out. Ooh, he wants the demo. He wants it. But not gonna get it. The gate is still up. Scouts will hit that vill in the back. Now, of course, the fires can't shoot over the gate, so they can't hit the repairing vills. Looks like that might be either what he's trying there, or... Nah, he just right-clicked. And Sitaux will desperately try to repair it, while on the left-hand side, his forward successfully contained and wall off, and his dock is being attacked. Cutting the gold to the middle. I don't think you actually can cut this. I think that's just black terrain there. But getting access to it is crucial, yes. Such a weird... These ones can shoot over the gates, these can't. There's a demo. Another demo. Can it get a useful hit? That was not useful. Meanwhile, dock there, all but destroyed. Stone, not anywhere good for either player. That one fire just gonna sit there inside the gate and hold it open. As TaToH goes not for the fire galley, but for the ships. As he wants to... This is where that... Oh man, is that actually attacking? I can't tell. I think... Oh, it is attacking. But it goes down, and with it, the vill will be able to repair it as we see the gate door close, I think. You can't burn trees. You can shoot over them. but no burning them. And here, the gate is absorbing everything that TaToH is doing, so this fire ship isn't losing any HP. The gate was just taking all that. Oh, another sneak dock from Sitaux that TaToH walled off. With players using the market, fireproof plant. And TaToH will be up ever so slightly faster. The Berbers, he can flood Castle Age Knights and Camels. Sitaux, not sure what he's planning yet. Persians, just market. And blacksmith. No Age of Mythology Forest Fire, you're right, that god power does not exist in AoE 2. As Scout goes down. Demo inside of that, wonder if it could take the spears, but I think Sitaux would prefer a richer target such as that wood line. Maybe let the Vils over chop. They need to get to that tree though. If they could over chop, you could maybe demo there. Stone walls here from Sitaux. And what is TaToH doing? Is he adding TCs? Is he booing? That's a mining camp. It stays on 2. Okay. Big stone walls from Sitaux. I'm used to that from playing with Ornlu. And the eye is still watching these players as a couple of knights broke through, but Sitaux will defend with fires. Oh, but there's a demo. Can the demo hit something like those 3 fishing ships? Can the demo be useful? It goes for a fire. Not the best demo. And that TC should be able to go up. Oh, could it? 2 demos though for TaToH. 2 demos. They want to hit the Vils on the TC. They're not going to get there in time though. Demo picks off a demo. Fire getting in there, and TaToH is being able to wall this off is nice, but he's trying to go through the house. Not enough firepower with the demos. Can't get through. Sitaux not prepared for the attack like he wanted. To demo a Persian TC, a lot. Like really a lot. But now in the north, feels like TaToH might be cleaning this. Getting a bit of an advantage while he's still mostly contained in the south. Adding in fires of his own, getting the walls up, and getting a second dock with a demo. And demo ships for TaToH in the north. Okay, decent demo there for TaToH. As he's up as... Let's see, both players up and on... Let's see, extra TC there. There we are, finally, someone in the middle. There's TaToH. Now remember, these TCs are weak. They're on this cracked dirt terrain. And TaToH does have a 20-vil lead, and things are feeling pretty good for him as he's going to be pushing this TC in the north. It is a Persian TC, but TCs don't do much damage to fire ships. And if the knights can pick off the Vils, this northern base looks like it could be eliminated by... Oh, demo from behind, though. Sneaky dock in the back. Another demo coming in, gets 2 more fires, and that will stall this push out for a bit, at least. double demos, but Sitaux calling it, and TaToH takes it 5-2 behind some nicely executed Mangrove Shallows pressure. Definitely the type of terrain that favors TaToH, and great tournament settings for favoring TaToH. Has the middle, up by 20 vills, and Sitaux realizes he's back, doesn't feel like playing it out. And nice and clean, yeah, look at that eco. Finals victory for TaToH, so we'll tab out one last time, give him that 5-2 victory in the score. Sitaux, I think, did very well just to take even 2 games from TaToH, because he is quite the scary player in these settings. Let's see, the bracket hasn't quite been updated yet, but I'll still just show it as, or actually, yeah, it needs to be 5-2 in favor of TaToH, who goes through the tournament, only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in all of the games that he played. Great performance from him. And looks like Jordan had fallen out early on, but he did face Vinchester and Sitaux, so good competition for him this round. Missed the Viper because Vinch knocked him out, and now wins 2 series against Sitaux. Alright, so that will be about it for me today. I got some other stuff I need to go run and do. So thank you all for watching. I'll find someone to whom we can pass on a raid. And looks like we will raid... I would raid TaToH, but he's casting in Spanish, and I feel like I'd rather send you off to someone who's casting in English. So we'll raid John Slow. So go say hello to John Slow. And I will see you probably either tomorrow evening or sometime on Friday for the next stream. And go spam some love to John Slow.